Well, hello, Virgo. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new, hello, I am Jasmine. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Virgo, we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading. We're going to see what's going to come out here for you today. We are going to be using the oracle cards. We're going to start with the oracles and then we'll get into the tarot to clarify. But this is going to be specifically to you, what you need to know for those who are watching this and those who will watch this later. Let's get into it. This is for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Virgo, first card, Virgo. Hold on, first card. Ooh, snake. Yikes. Okay, well, this exact same card, not exact same card, but an energy just came out for Aquarius. There's a lot of the sneaky people running around here. Okay, here it says deception. Okay, now you could also have jealousy around you as well. It's not always about deception, but there could be someone who's jealous about your accomplishments or you, even really, right? It talks about toxic energy or silent treatment. Now, when we get into the reading, we're going to see what this means mostly for you. But for some of you, it could be either one of those. But the snake is just not good. It's just not a good energy, right? And that is something that I'm saying. It could be someone who you are dealing with, or family member who you're dealing with, or something like that, who is just completely counterproductive. Here you are trying to help, and they're doing everything in their power to do the opposite of what you're doing, right? So that's something that I'm saying. But it's a seven here, which talks about relationships. So that is what you have to pay attention to. What number is on the card? The number that's on the card is seven, which is all interpersonal relationships, but particularly dealing with those with business or those that you have marriage contract with or contracts with. This is something that you're going to have to just be mindful of. It's not to scare you, but you just have to be mindful of that energy. Okay. Now, for some of you, this is the person that you walked away from. Why? Because you have memories at the bottom of the deck. All right. So maybe this is someone that you walked away from that was very deceptive, but we'll see why this is coming out a little bit later. Now, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is going to be for Virgo. Let's see what comes out here for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Let's get the second one. Stork, transformation here. Change is on a horizon. You have a renewed energy. You have a newness that's about to happen here for you. This is good. The stork, the transformation card is, I mean, it could be similar to the Pluto card. I mean, the tower or the death card. There's a change within you and a change within your circumstances that you are about to experience. Now, these don't have to be this, within each other. They don't have to be combined. Of course, because there is someone deceptive, there is going to be an ending. There is going to be a change because you can't stay in that energy forever. You can't stay around toxicity or people who are going to be counterproductive. You cannot, because Pluto and the death card are major arcanas and it demands something better. And so for a lot of you, you could be fighting against that. Okay. So just based off of what I see, you got 1 + 7, which is what? 8. Eighth house. That's a transformational energy, hands down. Okay. And again, like I said before, it is a departure of some sort. Okay. So a lot of you are going to be, again, like I said before, if you have not, moving away or ending some type of connection with someone, 7th house or 7, some type of interpersonal relationship with someone because of what? Either betrayal, because of deceptive energy, backstabbing energy, or it could be friends who are jealous of you. Okay. And so for a lot of you, that's what you're cutting away. But this is also good for you because the stork is standing alone. So there's change happening in your atmosphere outside of other people. Okay. And I feel like this is going to be a part of your rebirth. That's going to be a part of your rebirth. Because here, this is an omen that the universe have observed your problems from the sky, right? From the heavens or however, and they are demanding change. And that's what you're going to experience. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is going to be for Virgo. Okay, so both of these came out at the same time. I'm going to take the one that flipped, and then we'll pull this one in a minute. You have Celtic, I think it's called Celtic knot, okay? Which is unconditional love, whew, eternal love, A love that has that lasts forever, because it talks about infinity here, all right? A love of a lifetime. I told you. There's change that you don't even know that's going to occur. And this is going to be in multiple areas of your life. It's not going to be just one, right? This could be the way you see yourself. Okay. Because stork is also pregnancy. Of course, you're going to experience change, right? If you end up having a baby, you're going to have a change in your house. Okay. But you're the fact that this Celtic knot is coming out is telling me that the kind of relationships that you have been entertaining is going to be different from the rest, because this could actually change you. This person can change you. Okay. And it is going to be something that is going to be very enduring. You're going to be very connected to this individual. All right. Very profound. How do I know that? Because you literally had 7 again. It is going to be a very profound connection that you're going to experience. Now, like I said, I don't know what this is, and I'm going to pull it over. Oh, you literally have communication here. So let me tell you what I'm saying. I'm on a third row, right? We're going to talk about money for a split second. 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay. And then you also had here communication, writing, or something like that, something dealing with documents. The 6th house deals with work and career. It deals with health. It deals with your daily routines, that type of stuff. And I feel like there could be some type of communication coming in pertaining to your work and career. Yes, right? There could be some communication dealing with doctor's office. Again, it can be changing your health habits, changing things that you're doing about yourself and the things that you eat, that type of stuff, right? But there is someone connecting with you on a love level. Okay. This is not just about someone you're meeting. This is a lot of back and forth communication with these 2 cards, and you want to, and they want to, because this is a love that's like legendary, right? This is like, wow. And I'm not saying that. This is what's here. Because what's a part of the change? The snake and the innocent party here. The snake and the love of a lifetime. And the change is sitting right in the middle. That is a part of the rebirth. Someone will be communicating with you. Now, this is funny because could you already know this person? For some of you, you could already know who this person is. Maybe you weren't in a relationship with them. Maybe you met them years ago. You met them somewhere. I don't know. But you could have already met this person. Not everybody, but you could, right? You could meet them at work, 6th house, or meet them around your job. Could be through your job or something like that. But that's what I'm saying. Okay. A lot of communication here with this letter. And I'm also seeing that this person is going to be very romantic. Okay. This is a type of person that communicates a lot. Meaning, they're maybe not as vocal with their voice, but like very vocal with how they communicate with you with text messaging and calling, but also like writing poetry. Okay. Or maybe you're going to be at this place where you want to write poetry because you're just so in love with this individual. That's what I'm saying. Okay. It's something like that I see. But let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Let's get your last card. I got stuck on that one, Virgo. I didn't expect that because we all saw the deception. I'm like, damn, what the hell is that? Like, what are we doing? I also see that some of you guys are going to be moving. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about when we clarify these cards, because I really do feel like for some of you, you're going to actually be moving, like moving. Okay, and it could be because maybe it makes sense if you're going to be moving, if you're going to get married, if you got this love of a lifetime here. That could be the reason. Let's see. What does Virgo need to know? Last card. Oof. Air element, likely it's developing. And then at the bottom of the deck, this is how you're feeling right now. Things are stuck. Things are stuck right now, Virgo. You're like, okay, thank God, something's going to happen here. We're going to get the remedy for all the problems that's in your reading. Okay, we haven't gotten to you yet. You're at the end. That's where I pull your energy. Things are developing. Okay, there's something that you have been wanting, and I'll say these 2 cards are hitting each other, right? Because right now you're like, Earth is very slow. It pulls you down, and it doesn't have to be bad, right? You're Earth sign, right? But we're just saying what could feel like nothing is going anywhere. But then when you have this card, it's like the universe, because air is always spirit, right? So it's like spirit is like, that's okay. I got you. I got things happening behind the scenes that you don't even see that it's developing for you. Now that's going to happen in whatever way, right? That can happen with love, money, moving, housing, whatever you want, right? There's going to be something that is going to work out in your favor, but you don't see it. Okay. Now we're going to get to the good part. Let's go ahead. Let's start clarifying these cards. Let's start with this snake. Let's see here. Hey, Virgos. I wasn't even looking at the chat, y'all. At first, y'all weren't even in here, so I wasn't even looking. Now we're going to go ahead and clarify. Now you guys already know whatever is in reverse, that's what it stays, right? We already know everything is upright, but it's telling us what you need to know. All right, so let's get snaked here for Virgo. Oh, 9 of Wands. And then you have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck in the upright, by the way. But what's coming out hitting that snake is the 9 of Wands. Remember when I said that for some, not all of you are there. Remember, it just depends on where you are on this timeline. The 9 of Wands is like, baby, I can't do this no more. I've been too patient. I've been too giving. I'm baby, I am tired. That is what this card is basically saying. It's somebody in your energy. Remember, this is an actual person here that is causing fatigue, right? Like this is just too much. And again, this could have been a reason why you walked away, because remember, this is sitting in the second position, which means either for some of you, this has already happened. You've already like stopped something, ended something, or something like that, right? You've already done it. Why? Because it's telling us what you were feeling. Like you had faith. You were the ones that was just basically like, all right, I got faith that something will work. I got faith that something will happen and work out. I got faith in my mom. I got faith in my sister. I got faith in this person, right? But baby, they weren't. They were energy vampires. Because that's why it says that this person was counterproductive. Like here you are, you're trying to like move on. Your whole energy is like moving, trying to progress. And this person was just pulling you backwards. And the 9 of Wands was like, baby, get me up out of here. I'm on my last leg. And guess what happens? It will happen if it has not already. This is also making me believe that there's people who are in your energy. You know how sometimes when it comes down to financial matters, this is like someone who, who tries to get things up out of you. And the 9 of Wands is saying you were being a little bit too nice, because the 9 of Wands says that something hurt you, because this is the wound. It's a wounded warrior. That means something hurt you in the process. And I know what this card means financially. So that's for a few of you. I also see that there's 2 different people here. That's another reason why a connection did not work out. Especially if you're married. You could have been dating. The next card tells you the story. Something will end or something has ended because they cannot make up their mind. And they were sneaking around with other people, or they wanted to. Let's get the stork. Here for Virgo. Remember, the stork is 1 + 7, which is 8. Transformational energy, hands down. Let's see what comes out. For Virgo. Don't know how that fell, but we're going to see. Woo! Page of Wands in reverse. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. You are hustling, baby. When I tell you this is good. The transformational energy is, like I said, I see everything, and I'm trying not to overwhelm you guys, because you guys already know, like, I have to keep the readings a little bit shorter because some people don't have the attention span, right? But I can literally give an hour reading or more. That's how much I see in one card. That literally could have taken 20 minutes by itself. One thing that I can tell you just based off of what I see, there's a transformative energy with your working career, but the transformative energy here talks about grinding. You have to grind because the Page of Wands is creative energy. And some of you guys don't feel motivated. And it's basically saying you got to put your best foot forward. Whatever it is you got to do, you got to keep it moving. You got to put your ideas together. You got to stay motivated. You got to be positive about it, right? You have to. Because this is going to change your life. if you stick to your guns, if you stay motivated, if you keep that spark in you, you're going to start a fire. And baby, it's going to spread. And that's actually really good for you. And I'm just using it as an example. That is what this is saying. Because I don't know, I feel like a little laziness here. Or like I said before, maybe it's a lack of motivation. But that is even going to change. That is going to change. You are going to be grinding. Okay? I don't know why I'm sensing a jealousy energy in your read, though. This is crazy. It's almost like you're distracted by something. There could be somebody that's distracted by you. Y'all already know that the people that y'all date could be jealous of y'all, right? Y'all do know that, right? I don't want y'all to think that it's friends. Because I done seen so many TikToks. I'm like, damn, I would have never, and not that I didn't know, but like watching TikTok as much as I do, well, I haven't been on there as much, praise the Lord. But I'm like, I would have never even guessed that would happen. And so for a lot of you, you got people that you're just dealing with that's even jealous of your grinding spirit. They're jealous of the fact that you got this hustle energy, that you can get, that it seems seemingly that you can get what you want, or that even when you don't, you still maintain this groundedness, this rootedness. For some reason, I don't know. But that's what I'm saying here. Because this is the second time, and it's not, jealousy is not even on this card, but I keep seeing it. I don't know why. But again, it's obviously it's something to distract you, or someone intentionally trying to distract you, pull you off your square. That's something that I'm saying. But like I said before, you got transformative energy, and nothing's going to stop you from that, because that is the death card. That's Pluto. That's going to happen automatically for you. And then finally, you're going to stand on your own. You're going to be independent of everybody. You're not going to need anyone for anything. You could, maybe right now you may be needing someone for something, or you need people for something. This reading is not about that. This is about you feeling good that you don't need anybody with love, money, nothing. That's the change that you're going to experience. Let's get this Celtic knot. Is that a real thing? Am I saying that name right? Celtic? I believe so. Let's see. Let's get to it. This is for Virgo. Wow, you've been unlucky in love. the Wheel of Fortune card coming out saying you've been unlucky in love, baby. Y'all been out here just doing shit. You just been like, oh, and I think most of y'all know, right? Like, especially if you talk to me, you guys already know who you were dealing with, right? So it's not a surprise to you, because you knew the real thing was coming. That's the interesting part about it. You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which talks about you have not been lucky in love. Because that card literally specifically talks about love. That talks about nothing else. And then I will say, because it is a sixth house energy, and I made a comment about this before. Anything dealing with the sixth house, it can have something to do with work, career, your money, right? Health, it could be something like that. But it was just, it just seems like the grind that you may have been doing. Speaking of grind, it may have been like the grind that you may have been doing. You just weren't going anywhere, right? Because the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is like, damn, like, is this happening? Damn, that can't be happening. Oh man, that's really happening to me, because that's what, like a string of bad luck actually looks like with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, right? But then what happens here? The Ten of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So this is not going to be a worry of yours. You can put that burden down, because tens are the end. Okay? That developing, it turns into it, because you already know the read upright. So now there's a fortunate turn of events, and depending on what's in your chart, you know what that means for you. Because how many times have I told you should be watching tarot if you don't know your chart? Why are you doing that to yourself? There are some Virgos who are going to get married this year, and some Virgos who are not. Why? Because you don't have the same rising or moon. Your positions are completely different. And so I used to see people complaining in the comment section, and I'm like, oh, they maybe they need to be told that. And I'd rather be the voice, and other people here, especially if there are other tarot readers. Yeah, please tell them that. Okay. You should not be watching this if you do not know your turn, because that turn of event is going to change your life. Here it is again. You have another card that specifically says it. You have the transformational card here, and you have it with the Wheel of Fortune. Where is that going to happen for you? One, it is going to be love, and the other one is going to be happening through your work and career. But how drastic? is it going to be? You need to know that. But for some of you, you've been stuck just baby, string of bad luck all over the place. But there's going to be some communication, special communication that's going to come here, some news that's going to come in here and change your life. That's what's going to happen. This is also a destiny card. Ain't that crazy? I just thought about it. I almost forgot. I almost looked right past that. The Wheel of Fortune is a destiny card. Hitting what? Love of a lifetime. There you go. A lot of y'all like, I've been thinking I was supposed to be married by now, or I was supposed to be in a relationship right now. I don't really know where my love life is headed, and don't know nothing what's going on in your chart. And of course, you would not know. But this year, something's going to change. That I do believe. That I do believe. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Let's get this air element here for Virgo. It literally spun. It was about to land in the reverse. And it literally hit my chest and went flat, just like that. And you actually have the tower in the reverse. Now, anytime the tower is in reverse, that is a message that you need to hear. Why? You barely got through it. That's what that means. Let's listen to what it says. It literally says, you averted a disaster because something, the light, something came through here for you with this sun. I don't know what that means for you. I don't, because it's hitting the developing card. It's developing. Spirit is telling you something will happen. And I'm telling you, as this is not me saying this, but Spirit is saying, I'm telling you as Spirit that something is going to develop that's going to create what? Positivity. You averted a disaster. And you know what that means. I don't know what that means for you. Because not every Virgo is experiencing the same thing. There's some Virgos that are millionaires. There's some Virgos right now that are making a lot of money. And I know that for a fact because I talked to them. But their love life is absolutely atrocious. There's some Virgos that have been through all types of shit. They don't know what I'm talking about. They're like, I don't know which disaster your ass is talking about at this point. I don't know. But remember, positivity in different areas of your life. Positivity is a mindset. That means that it has to be multiple things that you're going to experience that's going to be positive for you. And then also with the Tower card in reverse talks about a breakthrough, not a breakdown. You've already experienced that. You already know what that feels like. So this is definitely going to be something that's going to be good. Okay. Now I'm also feeling like, here with this whole things are stuck. Like I said, there's going to be a breakthrough, but I need you to start focusing on yourself a little bit more. And I'm actually doing that now. Like I have a habit. I used to love having journals and planners. I got like 5 planners that I had last year. I had one and kept thinking I could buy one because it was cute. And literally I only like wrote in 2 of them. Like the fact that I saw like planners that had nothing in it irked my very soul, right? Because I'm like, why the F did I do that, right? That is what I'm saying. So this year, because the 6th house demands change. Okay, remember, it talks about organization and planning. And it's saying, in order for you to even experience that, there has to be a change within you. How do we know? Because the sun is you. The sun is you. Okay. So if we're saying that there's going to be change and there's going to be positivity, it's not just about what the universe is going to do. You're waiting for the universe to do something. That means you have to do it. You have to put your best foot forward. You also have to create the change by organization, organizing, planning, structure, discipline. That's the only way it's going to work. Because positivity is coming out. That's where the development is coming. Ooh, I love this for you. But be careful with neglecting certain things in your life, because I do see it. Because remember, we talked about the distraction energy. Let's get to Virgo. Let's see what Virgo needs to know right at this moment, and we're going to find the solution. This is for Virgo. Thank you. First of all, Spirit says that you need to find balance in your life. You need to stay centered. You need to pray. You need to meditate. You need to go with the flow, and that there's about to be this feeling of well being. That's what's about to happen. But remember, we already talked about what you need to do in order to experience this well beingness, right? In order for you to get grounded and stay centered, you got to meditate, you got to pray, you got to do all those things. And you cannot neglect yourself. There's change in you. There it is, another 5. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's get the solution. Oh, you also had looms, which talks about what? Deeply committed manifestations of your desires and what? Reawaken of lost hopes. Let's go ahead and get that balance card. Let's see if 2 will come out. Ah, it did. Hello. Let's start with this. Isn't this interesting? Because this one says balance, right? Center and meditation. 4 of Swords is kind of like that, right? Because it talks about the pausing. But this is what it says. Spend time in nature listening to guidance from your angels in your inner voice. Same thing, meditation. Centering yourself. Because over analyzing a situation is not going to provide the answers for you. It will not. Okay. For some of you, 4 of Swords basically says you need to take a vacation, you need to rejuvenate, you need to rest, you need to heal, you need to take care of your body, your mind, and your spirit. That's what this basically means. That will help you. And I'm telling myself this because I've been told myself millions of times how I need to meditate. And I'm always like, oh, I got to do this. Or, oh, someone actually emailed me. Oh, and I'm like, you know what? You need to have a slot. You know, I found a remedy to that. I need to have a slot 1 hour within a day. That's the only way I'm going to find a remedy to that because I'll be all over the damn place. Although you have a lot to do, it's important that you get organized first. I swear to God, that's what it says. I swear. There's nothing on here that talks about organization, but I told you it's the houses that came up. It's telling you what you need to do. You need to get organized. You need to start prioritizing. You need to start planning. Here it says, once planning is complete, you can roll up your sleeve and do whatever the hell you want to do. But please know that your angels are surrounding you and ready to help. Last one, seeing clearly. It is time to view things from a different perspective. You have the blessed gift to see past your current situation and all the amazing possibilities coming towards you. You have to see past your problem. Whatever you're experiencing now, you have to see past it. You already know that there's change on the horizon. That came out a million times. But you're doing things in the process. So don't be saying, oh, okay, well, I know things are going to change. It literally told you what you need to be doing in the meantime. And in between time, you can't just be sitting there, right? Part of the vacation, though, Ray, is that it's for you to get grounded. That you're not just taking vacations. You're not just pausing and just sitting and watching TV the whole time. You're being active even in that, even if it's just praying, meditation. The resting and vacation energy is more so grounding yourself, not to go back off of vacation and get back to your daily routine and you're just as scattered as you were before because now you're mad because your vacation is over. Okay? That's what I have for you. Virgo, I love you guys. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, all the information is down below in the description box. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Please make a comment in the comment section, because obviously that helps with the algorithm. I appreciate you guys. I love you, and I will see you guys back here again later. Bye.